VIO trying to remove the number plate of a vehicle stylishly without the person even knowing. This is Nigeria VIO. VIO. Ṣíṣe tó ní kó máa ṣe rè, is it the work they ask them to be doing? VIO. VIO trying to remove the number plate of a vehicle stylishly without the person even knowing. This is Nigeria VIO. VIO. Ṣíṣe tó ní kó máa ṣe rè, is it the work they ask them to be doing? VIO. VIO trying to remove the number plate of a vehicle stylishly without the person even knowing. This is Nigeria VIO. VIO. Ṣíṣe tó ní kó máa ṣe rè, is it the work they ask them to be doing? VIO. Just look at this is Nigeria VIO, vehicle inspection. Eléyìí wá dúró, look at this one, standing to cover so that people will not know. He has removed the plate number. You see, stylishly remove the plate number. And the person with the vehicle did not know. The person did not know where is he taking it to. Where is he taking it to? God knows where he's taking it to. And the man doesn't even know. It is well. That is Nigeria VIO for you.
All right, people. That is it. Very sorry about that. People are already dropping comments, and thank you for prompting us. Our engineers, today is not our normal working day, but our engineers in the studio have prompted them. They've taken that commentaries from Anna Owa, who said that they can't hear what we're saying, and it has been corrected. I believe you are hearing what we're saying. What we just watched right now is the first video of today's Matters Horizon, where you saw a VIO personnel stealing someone's how do I put it? Stealing someone's plate number, as you may call it. All right, that's the video you just watched right now. And the second one is about the custom officer. They call her boss lady or whatever. From the story we heard, she retired and the people were shouting, "Ole, ole." Take a look at that video, and when we come back, we'll open up the lines for you to air your opinion on this as to what you think about this development as we saw it today on Matters Horizon. Let us quickly take that video, and I'll be right back. All right, that is it for that custom officer. Now, let us do the needful. First of all, let me bring in Ndubisi and Enugu, who is joining virtually on this program. We are going to talk about this very thing, what we just saw with respect to the custom officers who we are seeing stealing people's plate number, and the custom woman that was being accosted and, I'll call it humiliated. This one is not harassment, all right? She was being humiliated by people who had suffered in her hand. So talking about, first of all, these custom officers, why would they indulge in such criminality? Because if you see the picture, you can tell clearly what they were doing. You can clearly tell what they were doing. You stop someone and it's at the middle of the road, then you back off the guy, and someone else, even without a uniform, was there losing and taking away that person's plate number. That is what we are going to address tonight, and we hope that you can call this number here on the screen if you want to have anything to say. Let us address the impunity among the public servants and the civil servants, because we are talking about politician, but we are not looked into where you have the honest of impunity and corruption in Nigerian system, and that is the civil service system and public service system. A lot of people are suffered because of it. Now let us quickly bring in Ndubisi and Enugu, who is already seated, joining us in this program virtually. Hello, Ndubisi. Good evening. You're welcome to the program tonight. on matters arising.
Yeah, go with Chinedu.
All right, Ndubisi, what can you make of this whole thing that we are seeing today on matters arising video? Are you surprised to see the VIO doing what you saw them do?
No, I am not surprised. At my level, at my age in Nigeria, I will not be surprised if I see any civil servant misbehaving. Though personally, I don't support and I don't encourage corruption in public space. You know, in any system where there is lack of consequence, or where you have no consequence for wrongdoing, you know, such thing, such things are bound to happen. Ideally, any system should have what you call reward for good work
Mm.
and the consequence for bad work or bad behavior. No, Chinedu, I have my background in corporate world in the banking subsector of Nigerian economy. Right here, you know, bankers are not best of people. You don't have angels and sense in the bank. You know, people see us well dressed on suit and ties, they envy us and just look upon us as people, young people want us to be their mentor. But you know what we have working in that system is right reward system and a sanction for bad behavior. That's consequence for any bad behavior. When I first joined banking as a graduate, as a young person from university, having served my 1 year IT, come for my bank test, pass test, go for training, 3 months training. And inside the training school, I was paid 40,000 naira for just to be in the training school. And soon after I graduated from training school, I started receiving 120,000. That was 20 years ago. About 20 years ago, thereabouts. So you can see the pay then was okay for me as a young person. You know, added to that, I still have car loan for me. If I work for 2 years, 3 years, I can have access to car loan. If I work for a period of 5 years or 6 years to 10 years, have some reasonable money for house loan. At what 3% interest for just staffers of the bank. sorry, housing, housing provision or housing allowance is deducted from civil servants' income. But at the end of say 27 years or 30 years, no civil servant ha- has gotten loan or has been paid for house or government building house for civil servants. No government house. I've not seen. Maybe it's happening in the northern part of Nigeria, but it's not. I've not seen it in this part. So, Chinedu, why wouldn't Nigeria is the system? Nigeria is overloaded. There are so many big men earning fat and heavy salary for doing nothing. In civil productive, every 2 years they will be promoted, yet they are not adding any value to the system. So the system called Nigeria is the fault. The centralized system, federal system, everything is centered in Abuja. You know, the thing is what is causing confusion in Nigeria. And as long as that system remains, don't be surprised, don't be disappointed if you see anything from doing it. Are you there?
Yeah, sure. We are hearing you loud and clear, and you actually touched it where so many people are not looking at. In Nigeria today, like I said, corruption will continue in this country. There is nothing that can change that, and you've highlighted it. That is the main reason we saw what we saw. Everybody to himself, God for all of us. The system is not taking care of the civil servants. In fact, it has become a tradition that even today, even if you increase their allowances, people are already used to. In fact, people want to get government job so that they can take advantage of these lapses and opportunities to exploit Nigerians. And just like you rightly said, there is no reward system or punishment system that is working in Nigeria, except for scapegoats. Ndị eji wee set ọlụ, or perhaps ka ọ wee bụrụ na government na just be that government is working. They will just use one person to set as an example as though they are working. But the fundamental issue, the fundamental principle have been completely bastardized in the public system and in the civil system. And the ordinary people out there on the street are the biggest losers and victims of this whole thing. And that is the problem. How would, just like you said, how would the police, in fact, how would someone, even down to private businesses and individuals doing buying and selling in the market, who goes and import fake and adulterated goods to sell to people, when there is no proper regulation, and agency that is being serviced by taxpayers' money to monitor quality and standard in Nigeria, but yet they will collect bribe.
Your audio is not okay.
But you can hear me, right?
Yeah, but it's dropping.
It's all right. But from the studio is okay.
Is
So
it? You can.
Don't worry
Yeah,
about
continue,
it.
continue.
From the studio is okay. Maybe from your own end. Now, the point I'm making is that, just like Ndubisi said, and I've been saying it before, okay, that in fact, Nigeria is everybody to himself, God for all of us. And I always say that it is a system of animal jungle, where the only law that is working in Nigeria is eat or get eaten. So if you see who you are stronger than, chop that person. And there is no consequence. And that is exactly what has reflected in every endeavor in Nigeria, whether private or public, even to family level, even to domestic level. Because how will you tell me when the system is not working, the private schools are taking advantage of everybody because the public schools have failed? the prices of going to taking your child to private school is very high. So you must increase your income. And your income, your legal or legitimate income cannot take care of taking your child to private school. I'm just giving you an example. And that is exactly the problem. And that is why a police officer will do everything to extort money from you. Because his salary cannot afford those things. There was a video on the BBC I was watching the other day. And the guy was advertising the cars he has for sale. And he said, if you are a civil servant, there's no need for you to bother looking at these cars because you cannot afford it. And truly, no civil servant in Nigeria can afford it except you are a thief. That's a simple thing. But today we see civil servants who are multi-billionaires. And you cannot actually lay your hand on actually the business they are doing to earn such money. You see civil servant or public servant building mansions and estates everywhere. It is not from their salary. And that is a problem. So the problem of this country is bigger than the thing you called Nigeria itself. And that is my own position. And the only way you can get it right, to be honest with you, is to break Nigeria into smaller units. Put Nigeria into different compartments, into smaller compartments. Because this larger system, forget it. It will never work. Now me they talk am. I don't know if you have any other thing, because this thing I don't want to highlight too much, because this program is just an impromptu live broadcast so that we can get going and join others in the weekend. Because all of us also, we need some rest because we overwork ourselves. NBC.
Yeah,
Unmute.
Chinedu, we will continue. Yeah, you can hear me.
Yeah, go on.
I said this is a tax that we must continue. This is a tax that must be done. This public sensitization and education, we must continue to mold public opinion, to tell the people the truth and nothing but the truth. Here we see it, we say it. The truth is that Nigeria, as the way Nigeria is configured, is not sustainable. It can never work. See, to some extent that I personally say that even if Jesus Christ comes out to be Tinubu, you will be disappointed that you will go back to heaven. It's as bad as that. So people should, there is no need of our deceiving ourselves. Everybody knows that. The only people that maybe they are pretending not to know is or are people who are on the dining table. The Tunimbus, the Sorulos, the governors, they are on the dining table. But soon after they leave that dining table, they will join the other colleagues, their other people who have been crying. It's just like Obasanjo. I'm
Mm.
I'm just going through a book written by Obasanjo boy right now. The Accidental Public Servant by Erufai. I've read it. I'm reading it again. You know. So there you see the insiders' power struggle. Obasanjo was on the dining table. He was
Mm. What did he do? Mm. No,
He doesn't have any plan. But Obasanjo from prison, he was the former head of state, coming back again to be the president again. And knowing how Nigeria is complicated, that there is nothing one man can do, not even in 30 years or 50 years. The only way is to decongest the center. As at 1963, even before white men knew that Nigeria is not one country. In 1963, 1966, the eastern part of Nigeria wanted to have their independence. It was this Zik that begged Awolowo, let's allow the North to still.
I think we lost him to BC. We're going to have him back again in the network. All right, we are looking at the incident that happened somewhere in Lagos, I believe, where some VIOs we are seeing stealing someone's plate number while trying to, one is actually there looking at the driver blocking him off, while the others are just losing the plate number. And on the other hand, we saw a custom woman who some people say she was a terror. She was a pain in the ass for people who wants to clear their goods. You can hear them chant, ole, ole, ole. So that's how we saw it. And we decided, let us pop it up for you to see. Now, in case you're just joining us now, before I bring in DBC back, let us refresh again back onto that what happened on the street so that you understand and appreciate what we are saying here. Talking about the impunity in the system. It is everywhere. It has eaten beyond mequatalism. But the only irreducible minimum and option to solve this thing is to balkanize Nigeria into smaller units. And that's exactly what we are talking about. NDBC is not yet back. So let us quickly take this video. And when I come back, we'll be wrapping it up because this is an impromptu live broadcast.
VIO trying to remove the number plate of a vehicle stylishly without the person even knowing. This is Nigeria VIO. VIO. Is it the work they ask them to be doing? VIO. Just look at this is Nigeria VIO. Vehicle inspection. Look at this one. Standing to cover so that people will not know. He has removed the plate number. You see, stylishly remove the plate number. And the person with the vehicle did not know. The person did not know. Where is he taking it to? Where is he taking it to? God knows where he's taking it to. And the man doesn't even know. It is well. That is Nigeria VIO for you.
That is it from the VIO. What can you make of it? That's what we are talking about tonight. It's a very unfortunate situation in Nigeria. Let us quickly take that of the custom woman that was humiliated by those who saw her on her retirement day. I'll be right back. that is it. And that is where we'll be drawing the curtain on this very live broadcast. What can you make of this? If you can't take anything out, just take out this opinion that Nigeria corruption and impunity has eaten deeper than or beyond cure, because the system has no place for people to do the right thing. In fact, if you are doing the right thing, you will be penalized. It has become a corruption in the system, and it's simple because the system is not taking care of the civil servants and the public servants, like the police, and the civil servants, like those who are working in the ministry and the rest of them. Their pay cannot take them home. The social system have been bastardized. The public school, the public health, the transportation, housing, and the rest of them. Is everybody to himself, God for all of us. So everybody is out there to gather as much as he can to be able to take care of his family, to pay their children's school fees in private schools, to take their children to private hospitals, because hospitals have failed to have enough to have a roof over their head, because government, they are not building any houses for anyone. And they are not getting affordable houses for people either. The economy is biting. So everybody to himself. And if you see the meat or food where you go eat them. If you see person where you fit collect from and nothing, there's no consequence to anything. And that is just what is happening. That is why you see people like these VIOs who are doing what they were doing. And that is also explaining the joy and celebration by people who are hailing and calling this woman Ole, Ole, Ole. Because they must have seen Shegebaza Proma. The woman must have pushed beyond the limit. That's woman me very well, you know. And that's why they were so happy and excited to see her go. That doesn't mean that others are better than him, including those who are even shouting Ole, Ole, Ole. The ones they are doing, if you bring it out, only God knows. So Nigeria problem is so deep that the only thing that can solve it, we keep saying it, whether you like it or not, is to break up Nigeria into smaller units. The irreducible minimum is to bring Nigeria back again into regional government, so that this whole thing can be curtailed, to be honest with you. But you see this system where everything is being controlled from Abuja, forget it. The system will continue to be rotten. There is no two ways about it. It can never work, and it will never work. I'm not placing a curse on Nigeria. Nigeria is already cursed. And some people are asking, is it Nigeria that is cursed, or are we the cause? Nigerians, I mean, are Nigerians the cause? Your answer is as good as what you said. Both are the same. Nigeria is cursed, and Nigerian people are the cause. So, the only solution is also in the hands of Nigerians to put a reverse to this. Because as far as you're concerned, you are going to be victim. We are all victims. Me, myself, I've been a victim just very recently, where I was actually driving, and the police stopped me for no reason. Before I know what is happening, these people have started removing my plate number. I'm telling you, they started moving my plate number immediately, and drove away. I have to be the one pursuing them to their station to recover and retrieve my plate number. I think NWC is back, so that we can wrap this program up. Hello, NWC. Welcome back. It seems your network went off.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Nigeria has happened to me.
Okay, Nigeria happens to you. So tell us which Nigeria happened to you. Which Nigeria happened to you, my brother?
my brother, it's network. It takes miracle for you to survive in Nigeria.
Mm.
It takes miracle to survive in Nigeria. Anyway, you see, from what you're saying, I think I've said it all. That the system called Nigeria is not working and can never work.
Mm.
Of course, Obasanjo said last time that almost all parts of Nigeria have committed the same thing, Biafrans. If at all, Biafrans have committed any offense. But to say we want to go out of the country is not, is nobody's violating it. Nobody's committing any offense or any constitutional issue, breaking any law. Nobody's breaking law. Obasanjo said every part of Nigeria has done the same. The Yorubas has, have already asked to have their own Oduduwa state.
Mm.
The Niger Delta has done that. The North has done that. Boko Haram and bandits, what are they asking? They are asking for their own Islamic state. Even in Nigeria, you have Islamic government, you have Islamic
Sharia government in the
Sharia
north.
government, you have, and you have his own police. So you know what we are doing in the country is deceived. That is why nobody loves the country called Nigeria. Everybody is stealing money like today is the last day. Maybe tomorrow the country will no longer be there. All the elites and business class, all of them, they all have double, they all
Passports.
have dual citizenship. They all have dual citizenship. That is, they belong to Nigeria, they belong to somewhere else. America, UK, Indonesia, China. In fact, every top ranking officer of this Tinubu administration has his passport already at any point in time to fly out. Or anybody at federal level from level 14 up is already making an alternative arrangement. So you can see, the corruption is no longer a breaking news in Nigeria. It's no longer a breaking news. People will tell you,
It's
okay,
unfortunate.
just you could- Chinedu, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes. I can hear you. Just that it's very
Uh-huh.
unfortunate.
I wonder what you will say about the open robbery. That is somebody openly like this will uh, uh, the masses will vote for a particular candidate, and you know if this person has won. INEC will say there's a glitch, and they will declare somebody else win. What happened last in Edo State? You see it. You have seen it. People voted like this. At
Mm.
the end of the day, they went somewhere and wrote results. In Lagos, you saw it during the 2023 election when people openly before camera were asking Igbo not to come and vote, Igbo not to come and vote. If you know you vote for another party, if you are not voting for APC, don't come here. If you come, anything you see. Of course, you saw so many people beating up. You saw one woman stabbed. She almost died, but
Mm.
she insisted on voting. So is this a country? Why are we deceiving ourselves?
It's unfortunate.
Why are we deceiving ourselves? So, my dear brother, we keep on, we will continue telling the people to do the right thing, that power belongs to the people. Power. Those in power are few. They are not powerful. It is the people that have the power. Any day, anytime people stand up and say that enough of all this nonsense, this system can no longer be sustained, and our children has no future in this system. That day, Nigerians will decide what to do with Nigeria. And the judgment day is fast approaching. One man just left my house today. The man said, I told you that this system called Nigeria will collapse. It's not like anybody is calling for military to come and take over. What we are saying is that even in constitution, the people, we are the supreme. The people are the owner of the government. They are the owner of this constitution you have. So the people will take the decision at the right time. So that is the whole essence of our
I,
public
I,
sensitization.
I wonder when the people will rise with all this sensitization that is going on from everywhere. That's just the problem. But
No,
we'll
no, no.
continue.
It will happen. I'm telling you, it will
Let's be
People
hopeful.
will take it over.
Let's be
Thank you, my
hopeful.
brother.
Thank you very much for joining, and we really appreciate you being part of this program tonight. Till next week, we'll continue on Matters Arising. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ndubisi.
We'll not give up, my
The
brother.
Ambassador General of GGM.
Yeah,
Good governance.
we'll not give up. We must continue.
We must continue preaching this message until our people appreciate it. And our people, they don't appreciate this sensitization enough, because if they do, many people will tune in and be sharing this sensitization. They believe we are talking too much, but the point is that they are not hearing enough. Well, let's keep the hope alive. And in the BC, have a very wonderful weekend.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, my people, that is where we wrap it up on today's edition of Matters Arising. See you guys next week from Monday to Thursday on Matters Arising. Then on Friday, the People's Parliament will be here, and also we talk about uniting the people for good governance, because everything boils down on it. I'm Asuchinadu Peters, and wishing you the best of this weekend. Enjoy your weekend, and above all, you stay safe from trouble. Stay clear from trouble, because trouble yakba for this country. Bye-bye.
VIO trying to remove the number plate of a vehicle stylishly without the person even knowing. This is Nigeria VIO. 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 Is it the work they ask them to be doing? VIO. VIO.